Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing today? I hope everybody's doing good. I stopped by here just to share a quick word from the Lord that He placed on my spirit. And He is the door, He is the way, the truth, and the life. And no one can get to the Father but through Him, but through Jesus. So those that try to enter in a different way, you might as well just expect disaster because it's almost guaranteed. Think about this. You in a home and you and your family, and somebody comes to your back door. So they have to open your gate to your backyard, walk through your yard, and come to your back door trying to enter into your house. Or come to the side door of your house. Or come through the garage of your house instead of using the front door that they're supposed to use. What actions would you take? Because I know a lot of people would defend their home. And the ones that's trying to enter their home illegally and by the wrong means may not make it out alive. And I know this situation, it may vary, People may get lucky. But it's so much happening in the world, you cannot just come to people's house and try to enter in a way other than coming to the front door and knocking and be allowed in. You don't just force your way in nowhere. So let alone coming to somebody's back door or trying to enter in through a side door, a window, a garage, none of that. Because you're playing with fire. And that's what the Lord is saying to us today. The only way you need to be entering is through Him. The only way to salvation is through Him. Through that front door. He is the door. And it speaks about this in John chapter 10. And I'm going to read these verses to you in verse 1 through 9. And it says, I assure you and most solemnly say to you, he who does not enter by the door into the sheepfold, but climbs up from some other place on the stone wall, that one is a thief and a robber. But he who enters by the door is the shepherd of the sheep, the protector and provider. The doorkeeper opens the gate for this man, and the sheep hear his voice and pay attention to it. And knowing that they listen, he calls his own sheep by name and leads them out to pasture. When he has brought all his own sheep outside, he walks on ahead of them, and the sheep follow him because they know his voice and recognize his call. They will never follow a stranger, but will run away from him because they do not know the voice of strangers. Jesus used this figure of speech with them, but they did not understand what he was talking about. So Jesus said again, I assure you and most solemnly say to you, I am the door for the sheep leading to life. All who came before me as false messiahs and self-appointed leaders are thieves and robbers, but the true sheep did not hear them. I am the door. Anyone who enters through me will be saved and will live forever and will go in and out freely and find pasture, spiritual security. And that was straight from the Lord's mouth. That was the word of the Lord. Enter in through the door, the I am, the only door that is authorized by God.